mynews.studio.
Solar panels now glint above the Vatican gardens, powering the smallest nation on Earth. How did this tiny city-state leap ahead of the rest of the world?
Today is June 18th, 2025. The Vatican has just become the first country to run entirely on solar energy. Why does this matter? And how did they actually pull it off?
Let's start with the broader view. On May 29th, the Vatican flipped the switch. Now every light, every computer, every system is powered by solar energy. This transformation wasn't sudden. It's the outcome of years of planning, especially under Pope Francis, who's consistently spoken out on environmental responsibility.
Right, and looking back, Pope Francis really set this vision in motion with his apostolic letter Fratello Sole. That's brother sun. He basically argued that humanity already has the technology to face climate change, and he singled out solar power. But why was the Vatican able to move so quickly when so many bigger countries are still struggling?
A few reasons. First, there's the matter of scale. The Vatican is tiny, both in land and population. But even more, they made a strategic decision. Instead of squeezing panels into their crowded city, they used their extraterritorial property at Santa Maria de Galeria, just outside Rome. Do you know what used to be there?
That was the old site for Vatican Radio's transmission towers, wasn't it?
Exactly. Now, it's a 424-hectare agrivoltaic facility. That means solar panels are installed with crops growing underneath and around them. So the land is used for both energy and agriculture.
So they didn't just set up solar panels. They actually created a system where food and energy are produced together. How did they manage the technical side? Was it as simple as buying panels, or?
No, it was much more involved. The Vatican partnered with ACEA, a major Italian utility, and kept a close eye on every step. That meant fewer bureaucratic holdups. They tailored the project to fit the land, coordinated with local farmers, and delivered both electricity and crops. So not just technology, it was also about strong organization and leadership.
Leadership seems crucial, and the symbolism can't be dismissed either. The Vatican is the world's smallest country, but this move sends a signal worldwide. Do you think this kind of model could actually work elsewhere? For bigger countries, maybe?
That's the key question. The Vatican's case is unique, but the basic ideas can be applied elsewhere. Dual-use solar, strong partnerships, decisive leadership, these work anywhere. Larger countries would face bigger hurdles and would need more investment and policy support. But the Vatican is showing what's possible, even with limited resources.
What about the global impact? Does this actually reduce emissions in a meaningful way? Or is it more of a symbolic gesture?
In terms of emissions, the actual reduction is small. But as a catalyst, it's significant. Faith groups around the world are already noticing, taking the Vatican as a kind of blueprint. Pope Francis's leadership is influencing both policy and public opinion, especially among faith-based organizations.
Economically, the Vatican is now energy independent. They're not as exposed to energy price swings. Environmentally, they're contributing to climate goals. But maybe the real story is that they've proven this kind of transition is possible, even in a place most people wouldn't expect.
Exactly. The Vatican has become something of a beacon. They've shown that with determined leadership and innovation, you really can overcome the obstacles. The question now is, who follows next?
And how soon will others make the leap? That's definitely something to watch.
From solar panels in Vatican gardens to a new global model for energy, what happens next could reshape a lot more than just one country.
Thanks for joining us as we unpack the Vatican's solar revolution, from vision to reality, and considered what it means for the world.
Thank you for listening. This episode was powered by mynews.studio. Give it a try now for free.